So hey guys, this is again your girl RaiA, and I'm back with another video, and this is pretty much to give you guys more information about this week's update, and it's all about the newest Arcane armor. Yes, this is the first time, by the way, that Spacetime Studio ever released an Arcane armor for Arcane Legends. So if you wish to learn more information regarding this, then please stay tuned, okay? Now, I really wanted to provide you more information about this. But before I get started, I want to do a big shout out to the people that chilled and partied with me inside the house. I got here Chonge, I got here Trindamere, my brother, I got here Hexagon, and I got here Hater. So big shout out to you guys, and thank you so much for being here. Now, we are going to tackle more information about the main ingredients that you actually need. And we're going to be starting with the most important one. And this is going to be the Arcane Orb, or the Undying Orb. Now, you can only loot this in the massive Twilight crate. And based on the devs, it's kind of rare to loot it. Well, it's kind of same with the glow stick. But what do you expect? It's an Arcane item, right? Now, it's an Arcane item because it serves a great purpose. Because just by owning it, and having it in your inventory can actually provide you a really good buff. Now, this works perfectly for level 1 to 61. Now, if ever that the expansion comes and you actually still wish to use it, it's not going to be as powerful as I will describe it. So for level 61 or 62, to 66, it's kind of becoming useless. What you can actually get if you have the Undying Orb, it gives you the power to regen 1.5 of your total health every 2 seconds or every tick. So that means if you have 10,000 health, then it will give you back 150, and that's only when you're in combat. So there's a difference between being in combat and being like running away while in fight. By owning the Undying Orb, you can actually use this on both PvE and PvP. So when you're in combat, it gives you 1.5, so that's 150. But when you're not in combat, technically it gives you like 4% of your total health. So if you have 10,000, then it gives you 400 every time you try to run away in PvP or in the mobs, I mean. So this is pretty much useful if you actually wish to stay alive, especially when you're running maps. And you know how Somber Halt is, the mobs there are getting harder and harder. So if you wish to last longer, or if you actually wish to be stronger in PvP, owning one is kind of an essence. I mean, but if you're good, then fine. But owning it is kind of really cool to have. Especially you could just simply let it sit in your inventory and you can be OP with that buff. The second important item that you need to have if you wanted to craft the Undying armor is going to be the Mythic, which is the Lifeless Undying Husk armor, which is available for all class, Rogue, Mage, and Warrior. Now, you can use it as is because it provides Warrior, it provides 66 on strength, 36 on int, 9.75 damage, and then 3,025 armor. Rogues at 66 dex, 36 int, 9.75 damage, 1,926 armor. And for Mage, it's 35 strength, 64 int, 4.41 crit, 956 armor. Please buff the mages. Just kidding. Now, you may only loot this if you actually farm Mausoleum 4 and 5. You can loot it if you kill Voriana. There's a chance for you to loot it when you go to Mausoleum 4, but it gives you a higher chance to loot it if you go to Mausoleum 5. And this picture that I'm showing you, this is how it looks like. It's lifeless, so it doesn't have that regen buff that the Arcane armor provides. So your choice if you actually want to craft it or you just want to use it as is. Now, another thing that is important there will be the balance bar. So pretty much this week's update is what the Somber Halt farmers are waiting for, something that they can actually farm that can give them gold. So for Somber Halt farmers, congratulations to you guys. I'm still an outsider, so I can't actually go to Mausoleum. I can only go to Graveyard. By the way, just in addition to this one, the Somber Halt point system. If you want to be apprentice, that's 2k, acolyte, that's 6k, advocate, that's 16k, disciple, that's 30k, lightbearer, that's 55k, lightbearer elite, that's 115k. And if you wanted to be under exalted ranks, you have to finish a specific quest to get that. Let me provide you more information about the Undying Armor, which is the level 61 Arcane item. So this, if you actually wear this, it provides you 69 on your primary stats. So I'm talking about either strength, dex, or int, depending on what character you have. And then it provides 28 on the others, which is your extra ones for int, strength, and dex. It provides 5.03% crit, 10.90 damage, 3,250 armor. So it's pretty strong, and this is how it looks like. Now, it also provides the buff. The buff is a bit strong. When bat, you actually get 2% back, and when you're out of combat, you get 5% back from your total health. Now, let's just say you didn't really want to craft it. You actually have the chance to destroy and get the Undying Orb back just by simply destroying it. There's actually going to be a recipe for that. It costs 2,500 gold to use it, but once you do it, you get the Undying Orb back, but you will destroy the lifeless armor. So that will be for your choice. It's up to you. But hey, you actually give more opportunity for the farmers, for the Summerhold farmers to gain gold. Yay, win-win. Well, you lose a lot of portion of your money though on that, but that's your choice. You chose to actually destroy it, then suffer the consequences. The Undying Armor buff, if I'm gonna give an example, let's just say again you have 10k health. If you're in combat, it provides you 2% back to your health every 2 seconds, so that's 200 every 2 seconds. And let's just say when you're in PvP or when you're killing mobs, you run away, it gives back like 5% of your total health. So that's 500 every 2 seconds. It's like 5% per tick, okay? Now, the main rule here, though, it does not stack. So that means even if you have the Undying Orb and then also the Undying Armor, you will only get the stack from the Undying Armor. So technically, the Undying Orb becomes useless. It's just there. Then, if I were you, just rather sell it. Don't be too greedy on the power because you can't really have it all. It does not stack. And yeah, I already got the pretty much actual information from a dev, so that's for sure. Okay, by the way, again, this is really the orb, the Undying Orb. It's actually good for level 1 to 61. The armor itself is only good for level 61. Now if you wish to actually use it from 62 to 66, the buff, it actually starts to decrease as the expansion happens, and once that starts, it becomes useless, especially once you reach level 66. So if you're planning to be using this armor in the future, good luck. Now, if you needed more information, you can just simply go to spacetimestudios.com, go to AL announcement, and click on the first part because it's sticky on the upper part or the most top part if it's the newest update. I'm going to post the link down below. So that's it for this week's update. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot from the video. If you like it, subscribe. If you learn a lot from it, then click on like. If not, dislike, whatever. Thank you so much again for watching. Love you all. Love, RaiA.